Hi guys, I just want to do the ethnicity tag. I think it was started by Sweet Fantastic, or it might have been started by someone else, and it's also known as the Desi Tag. The first question is, when was the last time you visited your country? My country would be India, and I visited last September, towards the end of September. It was my first ever time and it's my last ever time. You may have watched my video on my channel that I made about my experience in India. Gosh, it was an experience. It was an eye-opener. I'm glad I did go. It's taken like 22 years for my parents to drag me there, so it was about time. I'm glad I went. It made me appreciate things. It was a really good eye-opener for me. But I would not like to go again. I don't want to go again. I'm glad I've been though, and I can say I've done it. Yeah, I've done my little India trip. The second question is, and if I keep looking down it's because the questions are on my laptop down here. Name one ethnic food you enjoy the most. This is making me hungry just thinking about it. Food is Italian and Indian. Indian food. My favourite, or if we're talking about vegetarian dishes, it would have to be matar paneer. I'm so hungry just thinking about it. My grandma makes the best matar paneer ever. Like, seriously, it's so delicious. And she uses, like, you know, the fresh peas and stuff instead of like the bird's eye frozen peas, and they're just like, so much nicer. Yeah, matar paneer is delicious for a vegetarian, as a vegetarian dish. Oh, my other favourite is, you know, what's it called? Okra. Bindis, ladyfingers. Gosh, they are so delicious. Yeah, just delicious. Meat wise, I'm quite fussy when it comes to meat. I only like chicken, to be honest, so any kind of chicken curry dish is fine by me, and my dad is like the best at making curries and things. They're so delicious. Like, I don't know, he's just really talented. Third question is, name one household item that best represents your culture. Right, I'm not gonna go get it because it'll be messy and things. It's in our kitchen, and I don't know if anyone watching this will understand what I'm saying when I say this. It's, you know, it's a circular like dish container, and it's stainless steel, and when you open the lid up it has like another lid, like a protective lid, so everything doesn't fly everywhere. And within the container is circular dishes that go like that, so if that's a thing, circular, and one in the middle, and it contains Asian spices and, you know, salt and things. It's used like whenever we're cooking like Asian food and stuff. But why it represents our culture is because it's such like a typical like Desi thing, and it's quite old school as well. It's actually really old school. Like, we don't have the fancy spice rack in the kitchen, we have that, and which so doesn't go with our kitchen either. But I quite like it, and I like the fact that it's old school and people still use it in India and stuff. I think it's really nice, and I think my parents have had it for quite a long time, which enforces how durable it is, I guess. And it's one of those, it's stood the test of time, like about 24 years. I just like it because it's proper like Indian, and it's nice, you know, when your kitchen's all modern, it's nice to have something that's a bit typical, I guess, and it's just nice. I like it anyway. And when you open it, the smells that come out of it are like potent, because you've got like haldi in there, which is also known as turmeric, and you've got like masala and stuff, you know, the ones your parents have mixed and stuff, and like, what's that, ground ginger, and that rooted ginger and stuff, and whew, there's some smells, but delicious in curries. The next question is, what part of your country are you from and your family? This is such an ironic question, because just on Saturday me and my mother had a little debate. I think something might have came up on the news or on television, and it was about India, and she was like, oh, you should never forget where you're from. And I was like, what? I didn't understand what she was saying. I was like, I'm not from India, mother. And she's like, yes you are. And I was like, no, I'm from England. I've been brought up here, I was born here. Yes, I am Indian, but I'm a British Indian. You know when you fill out those forms and it says like ethnicity. Obviously you're British, that's your nationality, and ethnically I'm Indian. I always tick them boxes. And anyway, back to what I was saying. Mum's like, no, you're from India, never forget your roots, you should be proud. And I am proud of being Indian and things, and I love so many parts of our culture, I mean of my culture, Indian culture. There's just so much to be celebrated in the culture, and it's such a rich culture and has so much history that should never be forgotten. You should actually educate others on it, I think. But yeah, I just found it so funny. But actually thinking about it like now, and thinking about it logically, thinking about it more rationally, I am in a way from India, because my granddad, if you look at my family tree, my granddad and everything originated in India, and a lot of some of my family do still live in India, more my dad's side of the family. And so yeah, they are from India. Like I'm not from India, if you know what I mean, but yeah, I'm a British Indian, I guess. Yeah, I'm a British Indian. I'm very proud to be a British Indian as well. What part, and the second part of that question is, what part are your family from? Well, my dad's side, well actually my mother's side as well, they're from an area called the Punjab in India. It's kind of, from what I know and from my visit to India, it's kind of North India. Anyway, and it's like little villages and things, and then you go to the Share, which is like the city. It's a lot of travelling having to be done, like to get anywhere and things. And if you want to go shopping, you know, like all women together, you want to go shopping and things, it's really good to have a driver. And shopping's a totally different experience in India, as if anyone's been, you'll know. It's good though, but it's totally different to how shopping is in the Western world, I guess. But next question is, do you speak your language? If so, say a phrase. Language of the region where my family are from is Punjabi. That's the traditional spoken language, Punjabi. Obviously there are different dialects to it, and the way I speak Punjabi is different from my relatives that live in India, as I found out when I visited, when they all laughed at me. But anyway, yes, I do speak Punjabi. I also speak and understand a little bit of Hindi, which is also known as like the language of Bollywood. It's not too difficult to understand, I think. It's pretty straightforward-ish. And Urdu is very similar to Punjabi as well, so it's kind of easy to pick up Urdu and speak and understand that as well. Right, back to Punjabi. Say a phrase in it. Right, just to warn you, I never went to like Punjabi school or anything. I've never been like taught Punjabi properly. So when I speak in Punjabi, I do sometimes slip in the odd English word, and yeah, I do slip in the English word. But a phrase I'm gonna say is Aaj kitna sona din siga, to bahut nikliyo sigi. What that means, well, what I think it means, and in my head it means today was a lovely day and the sun was shining a lot. And that doesn't even make sense in English, let alone in Punjabi. But yeah, if anyone is like, oh, you said that wrong, yeah, I probably did, so apologies in advance for my poor Punjabi. But to be honest, I don't think it's that bad. Considering I never went to Punjabi school, never been taught it properly. I'm better than my brother, and it got me by when I was in India and no one really spoke English and stuff. People could understand me, and when I speak to, you know, elderly relatives and stuff, I speak to them fine, and I'm not disrespectful or anything. So I think, thank God, I do get by with what I know. Yeah, I tag anyone who's watching this video and anyone that really just wants to take part. I think it's a really nice tag to get to know others and learn about different cultures, and yeah, so I tag anyone who wants to take part in this video. And thanks for watching. Take care, bye.